We are also tracking day 3 of flight cuts at our nation's largest airports because of the shutdown.
Even if a deal is reached soon, it will take time for operations to return to normal.
Thousands of flights canceled today across the country, including many at LAX. And our Macy Jenkins talked with passengers about their flight status.
First comes relief to hear the 40-day shutdown could finally be coming to an end. Then comes the question, how fast can airports bounce back? Well, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says it won't be right away, meaning cancellations and delays could still go on for the time being.
Here at LAX, Zarita Abbott is checked in and destined for Maui.
I was really happy to see my flight wasn't canceled.
But amidst thousands of last-minute changes to flight schedules across the country, she's worried this vacation isn't yet a sure thing.
I've been before at the gate and seen it come on, it's canceled, so I don't count it until I'm actually on the plane.
More than 2,000 flights canceled Sunday and more than 8,000 delays on the third consecutive day of the FAA mandated cuts at 40 major U.S. airports, including LAX. But signs of hope coming out of Washington Sunday as a procedural vote passes in the Senate, taking us one step closer to ending the nation's longest government shutdown. On Friday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy addressed next steps in the event of a resolution.
If the government opens on day 1, will I see an immediate response from controllers? No, the union is telling me it's going to take time to get them all back in.
Here's travel expert Gabe Saglier.
What do you make of all of this?
All right, so very annoying, very frustrating, and very concerning. If that's true, then the projections are that we could be seeing a really tight squeeze here as we head toward the holiday season.
The chaos alone, he predicts, is enough to sway many to skip this year's trip.
Perhaps Thanksgiving would be a great time to host dinner at home instead of having to go somewhere else.
But for those determined to hit the skies, here's some advice. Try to book the first flight of the day. Ditch the checked luggage and travel with a carry-on. Upgrade for refundable fares. Choose nonstop flights, and if you can, book a backup flight.
So I think a lot of airlines are playing ball here. They're loosening their restrictions, and that's good news for the traveling public.
For Eric Nelson, the flight from New Jersey to LA was only the beginning.
I have 2 weeks off of work, and it's one of those situations where you're like, let's do something awesome, and then you're like, oh my God, we booked 6 flights in 14 days.
Here's hoping the next 5 take off as scheduled.
We were feeling a little crazy, but it's been going smooth, I have to admit, and we have no delays, so we're really happy.
This morning, before hearing the news of a possible deal in the Senate, Secretary Duffy warned that in the 2 weeks leading up to Thanksgiving, we're going to see air travel reduced to a trickle. Now, it's unclear how or if a deal would impact that timeline, but just to be clear, Thanksgiving is less than 3 weeks away. Reporting at LAX tonight, Macy Jenkins, NBC4 News.
Let's give you some more context on these flight delays and these flight cancellations. According to data from FlightAware, there was an average of 340 cancellations in the United States each day last year. But after the flight reductions began on Friday, that number jumped to 1,000. And then, as you see on Saturday, 1,600. Today, more than 2,500. We will, of course, be keeping an eye on flights before the holidays and every development in these negotiations. Watch Today in LA for the very latest. They begin at 4 o'clock in the morning. And, of course, you can find live updates anytime on our NBC LA app or NBCLA.com.